Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into a crucial topic, the common mistakes couples make that can lead to divorce. Over the years, I've worked with countless couples on the brink of disaster. And let me tell you, there are some common threads, some recurring patterns of behavior that can spell doom for even the strongest relationships. We're going to take a hard look in the mirror, folks, and identify these pitfalls so you can steer clear and build a lasting, loving partnership. Stay tuned because, in this video, I'm giving you the straight talk, no sugarcoating, on the 15 most common marriage mistakes that can lead to divorce. You know, folks, communication is the lifeblood of any relationship, but especially a marriage. When you stop talking, really talking, you open the door to misunderstandings, assumptions, and a whole lot of resentment. Think about it. You're upset about something your partner did, but instead of addressing it head-on, you let it fester. You bottle it up, hoping they'll magically figure it out on their own. And that little seed of resentment you're harboring, it grows, turning into bitterness and anger. Next thing you know, you're living like roommates, passing each other in the hallway with barely a word. You deserve a relationship where you feel heard, understood, and respected. So how do you fix it? Well, you start by making a conscious effort to talk to each other. Look, life gets busy, I get it. Jobs, kids, errands. It's easy to get caught up in the daily grind and forget to nurture the emotional connection you have with your partner. But here's the thing. Emotional intimacy is the glue that holds a marriage together. It's about feeling seen, heard, and understood on a deeper level. When you neglect emotional intimacy, you create a breeding ground for loneliness and disconnection. You start to feel like you're living separate lives, drifting further and further apart. So, how do you prevent this? You make time for each other, even if it's just for 15 minutes each day. Remember, a little bit of effort goes a long way. Let's talk about money, folks. It's one of the biggest sources of conflict in marriages, and for a good reason. When you're married, your finances are intertwined. And if you're not on the same page, it can lead to major problems. Think about it. You're a saver, your partner's a spender. You're constantly arguing about money, and it's creating a rift in your relationship. You need to create a budget that works for both of you, and you need to be accountable for your spending. So get on the same page financially, and you'll be well on your way to a happier, healthier marriage. Chapter 4. Unresolved conflicts. Don't let the sun set on your anger. We all know that conflict is a natural part of any relationship. But it's how you handle conflict that can make or break your marriage. Sweeping issues under the rug, pretending everything is okay when it's not, that's a recipe for disaster. Every time you avoid confrontation, every time you let an issue fester unresolved, you're building a wall between you and your partner. These unresolved conflicts, they don't just disappear. They accumulate, creating resentment, bitterness, and emotional distance. Remember, folks, unresolved conflicts are like termites, slowly eating away at the foundation of your marriage. Chapter 5. Lack of shared goals. Drifting apart, one dream at a time. When you first get married, you're so caught up in the excitement of it all that you might not think much about the future. But as you settle into married life, it's important to make sure you're both on the same page about your goals and aspirations. Do you both want children? Where do you see yourselves living in 5, 10, 20 years? What are your career aspirations? These are all important conversations to have and revisit regularly. Talk about your goals, revisit them often, and make sure you're both working together towards a future you're both excited about. Chapter 6. Inadequate conflict resolution skills. Fighting fair to stay together. Let's face it, folks. Disagreements are inevitable in any relationship, but it's not about avoiding conflict altogether. It's about learning how to navigate those disagreements constructively. When you don't have healthy conflict resolution skills, arguments can quickly escalate into shouting matches, name-calling, and hurtful words that you can't take back. This kind of toxic communication creates a hostile environment and erodes the foundation of your marriage. So how do you fight fair? First, you need to choose your battles wisely. Not every disagreement requires a full-blown debate. And finally, focus on finding solutions, not on placing blame. Chapter 7. Taking each other for granted. The erosion of appreciation. When you first start dating, you make an effort. You go on dates, you compliment each other, you show your appreciation. But over time, it's easy to slip into a routine and start taking each other for granted. You stop noticing the good things your partner does because you just expect them to do those things. You forget to say thank you for the little things like taking out the trash or making dinner. So, how do you fix it? Start by making a conscious effort to notice the good things your partner does. Make an effort to compliment each other and express your love and appreciation regularly. Chapter 8. Infidelity, the ultimate betrayal. Let's be crystal clear, folks. Infidelity is a deal breaker for many couples. It's a devastating betrayal of trust that can shatter even the strongest foundations. Whether it's a one-night stand or a long-term affair, cheating can inflict deep emotional wounds that are difficult, if not impossible, to heal. Now, I'm not saying that every marriage affected by infidelity is doomed to fail, but rebuilding trust after such a betrayal requires tremendous effort, commitment, and often professional help. Chapter 9. Unrealistic expectations. Love isn't always a fairy tale. We've all been bombarded with romantic comedies and fairy tales that paint an unrealistic picture of love and marriage. We're led to believe that our soulmate will complete us, that our relationship will be effortless, and that passion will burn bright forever. But here's the reality, folks. Relationships take work, and no one is perfect. When you enter into a marriage with unrealistic expectations, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. So ditch the fairy tale expectations and embrace the messy, beautiful reality of what it truly means to build a life with another human being. Chapter 10. Failing to prioritize the relationship, letting the flame die out. Life gets busy, I get it. Jobs, kids, social obligations. It's easy to let these things consume your time and energy, leaving little left for your marriage. But here's the thing, folks. You can't expect your relationship to thrive on autopilot. When you stop making your marriage a priority, you're essentially saying it's not that important to you. You stop making time for each other. You stop dating. You stop connecting on a deeper level. Now, I'm not saying you need to be joined at the hip 24/7, but you do need to make a conscious effort to nurture your relationship. Make time for intimacy, both physical and emotional. Chapter 11. Disregarding individual needs. Losing yourself in the relationship. When you get married, you're becoming a team, but that doesn't mean you have to lose yourself in the process. It's crucial to maintain your own identity, your own interests, and your own support system outside of the marriage. When you become overly reliant on your partner for everything, you risk losing yourself and putting too much pressure on the relationship. Encourage each other's passions, support each other's growth, and give each other the space to be your own people. Chapter 12. Incompatibility in values. Building a house on shaky ground. You can have a lot in common with someone, but if your core values don't align, it can create major problems down the road. Values are the guiding principles of our lives, influencing everything from our beliefs to our behaviors. If you're not on the same page about the big stuff, it's like building a house on shaky ground. So, talk about your values, explore your differences, and make sure you're on the same page about the things that truly matter. Chapter 13. Over-reliance on each other, finding balance between togetherness and independence. It's wonderful to have a partner who's also your best friend, but it's important to maintain a healthy balance between togetherness and independence. When you become overly reliant on each other for everything, you risk creating a codependent relationship that's suffocating for both partners. Encourage each other to pursue hobbies, spend time with friends, and maintain a sense of individuality. This healthy distance allows you to miss each other, appreciate each other more, and strengthens the bond you share. Chapter 14. Avoiding difficult conversations. The price of silence. Look, no one enjoys having difficult conversations, but sweeping important issues under the rug will only make things worse in the long run. Whether it's about finances, intimacy, or parenting styles, avoiding these conversations allows resentment and misunderstandings to fester. Now, I'm not saying you need to have a confrontational showdown every time something bothers you, but it's crucial to create a safe and open environment where you both feel comfortable expressing your thoughts and feelings. Chapter 15. Neglecting to seek help. Breaking the stigma of couples therapy. There's a stigma surrounding therapy, as if seeking help is a sign of weakness. But let me tell you something, folks. It takes courage to acknowledge when you need help, and it takes strength to work on your marriage. A skilled therapist can provide a safe and neutral space for you to communicate openly, address underlying issues, and develop healthy coping mechanisms. Remember, folks, seeking help is not a sign of failure. It's a sign that you're committed to fighting for your marriage. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more relationship advice. Remember, recognizing and addressing these common mistakes can help you build a stronger, healthier relationship. Listen, marriage is a commitment, and like any commitment, it takes work, dedication, and a willingness to grow together. See you next time.